All right. I just want to say thanks everybody for all the support we've been getting. I think we're building a really nice community here. Thanks to everybody that's subscribed over the last couple videos. It's really making me want to continue and keep progressing and doing more videos about all this kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, thanks everyone for being supportive of that. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna keep doing it. So subscribe if you haven't, because more videos to come. But today's gonna be a rather short one. I wanted to keep it kind of quick and brief, and it's kind of about a topic that I've had a lot of questions about, and people have commented, and it's about uh, how to deal with balding at a young age, or when you're balding, and you don't feel like you're in your later years yet, and it's not as acceptable, or maybe people don't see it as acceptable. Um, so that's kind of what I want to talk about, since that's my experience. I'm only 23, so and if you've seen some of my other videos, you would have known that if you see my before and after pictures, I was about 20 or so when I really started to notice it, and I really started to get that receding hairline, and started to get hair falling out. That was all right around 20, so I was quite young. I know there's people that go as young as 15 and 16 when they really start going through the process. So everyone's a little bit different. This video is going to be focused more kind of on the younger guys. I know there's a lot of really supportive older guys in that community that we've kind of built. So, I mean, reach out to them too. If you see someone talking in the comments, support them as well. I think that's great, and everyone's been really kind that way. But there's a few things that happen, especially when you're going through the process when you're young. You'll get a lot more comments about it, since it's not as normal, I guess, or people see it as a bit more or a bit different. Not in a bad way, but it's definitely different when you're younger. And from my own personal experience, I've had a lot of people, ask me, "Oh, are you balding, or you just shave your head because you felt like it, or is that something that you can? Is that something that you're just doing because you want to, or you think you're cool, or you think you're tough, or something like that?" I've had a couple comments on that, or people will be like, "Wow, that looks really great," or some people even be like, "Oh wow, you should grow your hair back out," and not knowing necessarily that I've gone bald, which can be kind of a cool thing, but. Everyone has different experiences, and the younger you are when you go bald, sometimes it can be a lot harder. And I understand that in my own personal experience, I was always asking, why am I going bald so young? Like, what's going on? Like, how am I going to deal with this? And no one else around me was really struggling with it. Like, I'd go out, or I'd go hang out with friends, and I was literally the only one that had a really really bad receding hairline, and only the one that eventually took the plunge out of all my friends. I'm the only one, so I felt very isolated. I felt like I was all by myself. I felt like no one else was kind of going through what I was going through, at least in my immediate circle. So that was definitely a challenge that I had taking the plunge. It was that I didn't find that kind of community immediately around me. And I do want to say that it is important to have a community, and that's where I found the subreddit, and really everyone kind of builds you up and makes you feel a lot better about yourself, and helps guide you through that process. But going through it, and shaving your head and taking the plunge, and being the only one at your age, when I was 22, I was the only one that had done it. You can definitely see a couple people, they have that maybe receding hairline, but none of them are deep enough in to take the plunge. So I felt very isolated, and I felt like I was kind of the only one going through the process, and that kind of hit me a little bit harder. So what I really did was I took it on my own to really go out and find a community, and really help me build up my confidence and help me grow. And there's so many supportive people out there that have gone through the process, that have, especially on the subreddit, there's a lot of older generation that have been balding since they were 2022, that been through it. And I definitely recommend reaching out and talking to them, and really diving in on the community, and growing there. That was a huge help for me for growing up my confidence. And then also realizing that it's just a part of life, and it's I hated when people told me that, honestly, but it really is. And I think the sooner you do it, and the sooner you accept it, and the younger you do it at a younger age, it's not as much of a shock for people that you're going to meet later on in your life. Because 22, 23, that's so young. You have so many more experiences to have. You maybe not even have met your wife yet, or you might not have even met like your best friend yet. So there's so much time to grow and build experience. Just because something this dramatic has changed in your life doesn't mean it's an end all be all for you. But anyway, that's gonna be it for all today, guys. And I really want to support that and go out and reach out in the community and really help this grow. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and we're gonna keep growing with it. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you next time.